So last week we talked about the dominant pentatonic scale. I introduced it and showed you all 5 positions of it. I thought this week I'd show you a more advanced set of fingering for it as well. What I'll do is I'll just focus on one position, but I've charted all 5 positions out so you can work on those in your own time. The position I focus on this week is based on the A string just here. And the reason for that is that it actually works quite well with the blues scale based in the same position. So you could imagine you'd be playing E blues like this. And then you'd move on to the A chord and you could drop into the dominant pentatonic just there. And then back onto the E again. So it fits quite nicely with the blues scale as I showed you last week. So the fingering I wanted to focus on though was, and it's a type of fingering that I use a lot across all pentatonic shapes, and you'll have seen me use it in previous videos if you've seen me playing before. The way it works is so for example on the top E string I play 3 notes, so I start just here. And then I play 1 note on the B string, which is the C sharp there, and then 3 notes on the G string, then 1 note on the D string, then 3 notes on the A string, and then I finish it off with 2 notes on the bottom E. So you find that this is really quite awkward to play when you first start doing it, and don't get frustrated with it, just keep plugging at it. It's one of those scales that if you've never done anything like this before, it's probably going to take you a few months to get it under your fingers properly. But for me it's worthwhile because, to give you a car analogy, I find when I use the standard blues scale or the standard pentatonics, it's kind of like driving in first, so it's important. You can do all the delicate stuff, you can you know, maneuver yourself around the scale really easily, but once you start to pick up the pace, once you start to try and play a bit faster, for me it feels like the engine's revving, but I'm not getting anywhere very fast. So I want to change gear, and if you like, this is a way of changing gear, so you can use a shape like this and build at the speed much more easily, or at least that's how I find it. Now, as you know, I play fingerstyle, but the other advantage of this, if you use a pick, is that it really does lend itself to economy picking or sweep picking, because you find, for example, if I play that descending pattern again, you start with an upstroke, up, down, up, and then you'd sweep, down, up, and then down, up, and you sweep again. So you have this passage in the middle where you're sweeping 3 notes, and you connect them with a downstroke. So people like Frank Gambale can fly around a scale like this. So have a go with it. As I say, there's the PDF with all of the positions worked out. It's quite a stretch, so you probably want to stay up high on the neck when you first start to learn it. But have fun with it and see how you get on. See you next time.